Welcome back to my channel. I am your host Anna, and today we're going to be trying to make a ring holder from Dollar Tree items. So today I'm going to be using this. This is home is where the family gathers. It's one of these great little hard little pieces with a little opening in the back, which is great for this type of project. My fabric that I'm going to be using is some white felt because I have, let's see if I can show it to you. I have a whole bunch of white felt, and I was like, well, let me use some of my white felt, and I'm going to use that to cover this up. And then my holder, the inserts, are going to be the hair rollers, okay? The hair rollers. Now, you got to remember, these pictures come in different sizes and in different shapes, and you want to make sure that whatever holder you get, you know, if it's a square or a long one like this, whichever kind that you like, because I've done 2 different kinds already, that this will fit. And I've already cut a whole bunch of these so it will fit, as you can tell right here. So let me show you how you're going to do this, okay? You're going to have your hair rollers. You're going to pick a box that's going to work for you, and it's going to fit the roller. These are the ones that are already pre-cut, and I left some that were not pre-cut, okay? Because I wanted to show you what you need to do. So your hair roller comes like this, okay? And it comes with these little ends, and it comes with the metal inside. Super easy. You pull that down. Do you see that? You pull that down, and right here is like a little loop. You're going to take this plastic off the loop. Boom. You're going to go to the other end, and you're going to pull it out. It's just that simple. We're going to do one more. Again, here it is. You're going to pull it down like this. You're going to pull it down. You see that loop? It's already trying to come out. You see how it has that little hanger loop thing right there? Take the little plastic piece off. It pulls right out. Let it go back down. Pull it out from the other end. And there's your piece. So now what we're going to do with these last 4 pieces, we're going to cut them. And what I suggest is that when you cut, I'd rather that you cut it a little bit too big because you want some tension in here. You don't want it loose and flowing. Do you see that? You don't want something that's loose and flowing. You want something that has tension so it'll stay put even after you hot glue it, okay? So again, I'd rather that you keep it a little bit big so it has tension but will still kind of lay straight so it doesn't move. You see that? It won't move. So we're going to eyeball this, and when you cut, again, always, if you need to cut a little bit bigger, do it a little bit bigger because it's better that you cut something to make it fit a little bit better versus it being too short, all right? And as you cut, what you can do is you can put it in there, like, see, like this one is a little bit too big because it's doing this little funky S-curve thing. So we're just going to cut it just a smidge, okay? Until I feel it's going to lay down pretty good. See? So that's better. So we're going to cut these 3. Again, you can use the one that you cut previously as a template, and you can check it at the end, or you can check it as you go. That'll work. Now we got 2 more pieces to go. There we go. I'm going to line them up pretty good. Like I said, I'd rather cut it a little bit too big than too small because I want to be able to utilize these. And these little pieces will go flying off in different places sometimes. Okay. Now see, this one is doing a little bit of that S curve, just a little bit. But when I hot glue it down, because it has a nice tension, it's going to be just fine. Because see, it still do it straight. Now, you could do, they have green, they got pink. They have green, they got pink. You can cover these if you want in fabric before you put them in. I'm not going to cover them. I'm not going to cover it. I'm just going to use it as is, okay? But you can definitely cover them in fabric and make it really cute and matchy-matchy if you want. Me, I like a pop of color. I definitely like a pop of color. This one might be just slightly too big, but that's what I like. A nice little pop of color because color makes me happy. Yeah, that one's a little bit too big. You see how that one, look, you see how that one's is just doing too much of the curve? Just cut it slightly. That little bit of a difference can make all the difference. See, that little tiny slice made all the difference. Okay. Now, let's put these to the side. I'm going to put these over here. Now, I kind of sort of pre-cut my piece here, my fabric, this felt. You can use any fabric that you like, any kind of fabric. You will need your hot glue gun. That's how I'm doing everything, is with my hot glue gun. I am using, I'm sorry, I'm reaching over. I am using my hot glue sticks from the Dollar Tree. That's what I use, my hot glue sticks from the Dollar Tree. They work just like any other glue stick, you guys. Any other glue stick. Dollar Tree glue sticks work just fine, okay? Just giving you a heads up. So here we go. I think I had one. I could do it this way, or I could do it this way. It's up to me how I want to go about doing this. So you can always try to eyeball it, okay? And this is going to be the inside. So actually you want it upside down like this. And you want to try to go like this. Flip it over, because you're going to have to hot glue it in the inside like this. You're going to have to bend the little pieces and then do that bottom part, okay? That's the main goal right here. We're trying to cover it up and make it look really pretty. So I'm going to start with trying to meet it up right here, and I'm just going to hot glue it across so we can have a little stage for this. I'm going to have to put another glue stick in here just to hold it into place, okay? Let me put another glue stick in here. Here we go. I'll put just a little bit more right here, okay? All right. And my glue stick fell out of my hot glue gun because I still have a little bit of glue in there, okay? And don't worry about all the little pieces you might be picking up from your table. You can always clean that up later. Now the next thing you want to do is, I'm going to pull her over. She's on there tight there at the bottom now. And I'm going to glue it here on the side. Okay. And glue this down here on the side. Pulling out some more glue here. And right across the top as well. There we go. Okay. And we're going to do the sides as well in a minute. So then you're going to want to just flip it over to the side like this, because you want it nice and tight. You saw how I did that flip. So now that's going to be nice and tight, and then you could lean it over for the top. Here we go. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to get your scissors. You're going to need some scissors. And I'm going to cut these little corners. I'm just going to make a little slit right here. If you can see this, I'm going to make a little slit right here. I'm going to make a little slit right there. Okay. I'm going to make a slit right here on this corner. If you guys can see, I hope you guys can see this. Make a little slit. And I am going to start pulling it in like this. Okay. And this is giving you an idea of what you can do. And then you're going to cut, and you're going to make it look really nice. You're going to just cut the pieces that you don't want off. As you can tell, that's what I'm going to be doing myself. So, okay, now I'm going to start hot gluing it here in the inside. Here we go. I want this all to stick nicely. There we go. So I'm going to roll it over. And I'm going to stick my hand in here. Remember, it's hot. So whatever fabric you're using, if you're using something that is a little bit on the thin side, just be careful, because I don't want nobody burning themselves. Okay, then you're going to do that. Then what you can do is, you could do this a couple of different ways, because I don't mind having like these little, almost like GIF, looking like a little GIF thing here on the side. I don't mind that at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to try to stay in frame. I'm going to cut this because I just want that to go ahead and lay down just a little bit right there. So I'm going to just cut this right here. And then if I need to use that for coverage, I can, because I will use pieces up just for that. Then I'm going to glue this. You see how it's like, hopefully am I in here? Yeah, okay. I'm going to glue that, let that fold down nicely. Then I'm going to glue this right here a little bit. There you go. So that can go down nicely. Okay. Right there. All right. I don't want to touch that that's hot. Then here, I'm going to just pull her down like that, okay? But first, I'm going to hot glue it in the inside right here, just so I know that I have enough coverage right there. So let's take care of the inside really quick, because it's already laying down very nicely. And I need another glue stick. Here we go. Glue stick. There we go. All right. Then we're going to push her back over, and I'm going to, hopefully I'm still in frame. There we go. You see, I'm just pushing that down right here. Okay. Now we can go ahead and just hot glue the rest of this if we want, and then just finish hot gluing the whole inside, and then we'll work on the outside. So let's just do that really quick. Again, I'm going to be hot gluing the inside of this right here. Okay. There we go. Pull it. Make sure it's resting nicely right inside. All right. We're going to do this end. Okay. And again, like I said, you can make this with some really pretty fabric. You can cover all your rollers with some really pretty fabric, and you can decorate this with ribbon. You can use rhinestones. You can do whatever you want. You can make this as pretty or as simple as you like. And I have a lot of rings. I mean, a lot. Maybe I'll share my collection with you guys little by little, but I do have a lot of rings. I am a jewelry hound. And now what I'm going to do is, you see like these big chunky pieces here, I'm going to start cutting some of these, because we don't need all that fabric right there. I'm going to keep those pieces though, and then I'm going to just hot glue that down here on the side. Here we go. Okay, like that. Okay. And then as you go, depending upon how you cut your fabric and how you did everything, is how you're going to pull it down. So right here, I'm just going to pull this down right here like that. And I'm actually going to just start hot gluing this. There we go. Here we go. I hope I'm in camera. I don't even know if I'm in camera or not. I apologize. I'm not much of a how-to type of person. I just don't do them. So this is all like it's not new. I've done a few, but I'm not very good at it. As you can tell, I'm not equipped. I do everything on my cell phone. And then I'm just going to hot glue that piece right there. I do everything on my cell phone, you guys. I'm a cell phone person, and I don't have a camera or anything like that. I just do everything on my cell phone, and I don't edit. So you get what you get, and you see what you see. I know, right? Here we go. There we go. Get some of that little stuff out. And then what you can do is work on this end. And we're going to try to work on this end real quick here. So just go like that. Okay. Let's do this end. Now my husband, today is Saturday, and my husband was supposed to be home and he's not. He had to go and run some errands for our business, and it was very unexpected. So I'm a little in my feelings about it right now because he works very hard. He works very long, crazy hours on top of that, and I worry about him. And when I think it's time for him to rest, he needs to rest. He normally only gives himself one day off, and that's Sundays. And we're open 6 days a week normally. And, he's like, I need some rest. And I'm like, yeah, you do. You've been pushing really hard, babe. So, okay. So that's what it's looking like so far. It's looking like that so far. You see that? Looking pretty good, right? Okay. So then again, we're going to be working with this, and normally I usually just layer a whole nother piece down here at the bottom, but I might not have to because it looks like it might be able to reach. But I am going to cut some of this right here. I am going to cut some of this right here. This big chunk right here that I don't feel that we need. Right there. There we go. And where's the other piece? There we go. All right. We'll just hot glue that in. But this big old chunky piece right here, I don't feel we need. And you can always trim as you go. Okay? You can trim as you go. And we're going to just lighten this up right here as well. Okay? Let me see. And I'm going to actually cut this little corner a little bit more because it's like a little bit on the bulky side. So we're going to get rid of some of that bulk right here. Hopefully I'm in camera. Okay. So I just got rid of some of that bulk. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And then, like I said, I don't mind it looking like a little present on the sides. I actually like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue to hot glue this. Okay. And try to bring it all in here on the corners. There we go. And then I'm going to have to hot glue it down here in the inside to make it look almost like a present. There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to do the same thing over here. Hot glue that over here. You see this end? I'm going to have to hot glue this piece over here like that. Yeah, when I don't want to touch that hot glue because I know I'm going to get burnt, I usually just try to use my hot glue gun to hold something down. Normally I have, what is that called? A cooking spatula for cakes. I normally have that up here. And I don't have one just to hold down the hot parts, okay? All right, so now we're going to hot glue this middle part really quick. As you can tell, I'm going to do that. Here we go. And I like just to go slowly, little by little. So if there's any mistakes, I can try to fix them. You see how nice that looks so far? If there's any mistakes, I could just, it'll be easier to correct. Just like this is like a chunkier piece. I didn't hot glue that down yet. So I can actually address that and cut that little chunky piece right there. This one too. Well, that one can go down. This one right here, we're going to just hot glue that piece down. Okay. Then we're going to put that little piece. Let me get another glue stick. Okay. I'm going to get that little piece in there and just tuck it in like that. Perfect. Then I'm just going to go ahead and start hot gluing it together here. There we go. I know sometimes I'm off camera and I apologize. It's just I'm trying to get it done, and sometimes it's easier for me to do it close to me. Now I came up here originally to do some dollhouse miniature stuff, but then I had saw my supplies up here to do this, and I was like, you know what? I have a whole bunch of rings I need to put away, and I can't because I don't have a place to put them. And I needed to make another ring holder. And I bought the supplies from Dollar Tree. And I was like, you know what? I just need to knock this out. I need to stop being so lazy. I said, my husband's not here. My daughter's downstairs with my kids. And so, as you can tell, everything is kind of quiet, which is nice to get this done. So let me give this a second to dry. Then we're going to put the inserts in, and then we're going to be done. Okay. And like I said, you can use a whole lot of different fabrics and what have you. And you can make this pretty, because normally I put another piece of fabric right on top just to give it like a finished look. I'll put another little layer here, and that's what I do just to give it, even though you're not going to see it, you don't have to, but you can do that. See, it feels like it's dry now. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let me get another glue stick out. That's my extra fabric here. We're going to hot glue these in. Okay, we're going to hot glue these in. Now again, you can cover these up with fabric. For an example, if you had some fabric, you would just line it up, do a little hot glue, like a little hot glue spot right there, and then you can put it in like that. You literally could do a fabric and have a fabric look to your rolls. You could do that, and it'll look really nice. But me, like I said, I like a pop of color. I like things that are bright, and that's just me. That's just me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some hot glue here at the bottom. I'm not even going to put it on my roller. I'm going to put it right there on the bottom and just put my roller on top. I'm going to hold it for a second, and I'm going to give that a second. Then I'm going to do another one. There we go. So that's going to keep it in place. Okay. Gonna hold it down just for a second so it'll hold. And I don't want to put any glue next to it because you're going to slide your rings inside these creases. So you don't want to put glue in between them to hold them together, because you need those creases to hold those rings. Just give it a hold for a second, and then you're just going to keep on going. And we're going to do this together, you guys. Ooh, I'm like hitting stuff. And I'm going straight across. Okay. You guys might have some of these rollers in your house, or a picture frame that's like a little deep that you could cut and customize this to what you have already at home. You don't have to go and buy anything. If you have something like this already at home, just use what you got and make it happen. I know some people like to use picture frames that have a little depth to them or don't have depth. I like it when they're kind of deep because I have some really big rings. I got big bulky rings, and I need this kind of coverage for them so they can stay in place, if you know what I mean. If you guys are vintage or big jewelry ring wearers, I like big chunky things, and I just need that coverage. And then just hold it down each time. Just hold it down, and we're almost done. You see how quickly that's going? We're literally almost done. Again, I'm just doing a string of glue right here. Then I put my piece in. Then I try to make sure my piece is fairly straight when I hold it down against the glue, because you want a nice straight piece. If you can have it nice straight piece. Do some more here. There we go. There we go. Now, I was considering using something that was a little bit thicker so I could put rhinestones and diamond wrap around it. If I decide to do that, if I find a bigger one that I like, that I can rhinestone it out and make it look really pretty and fancy, I'm going to do that for you guys and let you see how it's going to look. But this one is just a simple one, a no muss, no fuss type. as you can tell. I'm going to try to speed this up for you guys. I know y'all probably like, okay, girl, get this done. Get this done. There we go. Get the little strings out. I'm trying to hold them as I go quickly for you guys. Now this one, I knew I was going to have a little extra space here at the end. You see, I'm going to show you, I'm going to have a little extra space, like empty space here at the end, which is fine because I have some knuckle rings to go from here to here. And I'll put my knuckle rings up here and it'll give me that extra head space that I need without bumping into another ring. So you see how this one, I had this little tiny extra space right here. I'll put my knuckle rings up here. But that is my quick Dollar Tree ring holder. And I'm going to show you the other one that I made really quick. Okay, this is the one that I made before that I did a separate video on. This one has a wider width here because of the type of picture that I used. And I had here already at home and then I used the green. But I can rhinestone this out and make it look really cool. But this is just, I needed more space because I have a lot of rings. I have a lot of rings and I got more than this. I love my rings and some of these I made myself and some of them obviously not. But I needed more space for my rings. So I need about maybe 2 more or 3 more of these and I might be okay. So I'm still planning to rhinestone this one out because it does have the space for it. And then I'll move some of my collection right here. As you can tell, it works out just fine. There you go. And here's a knuckle ring. That's why I said for the knuckle rings, it'd be nice to put it up here because the empty head space there. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming by. And I'll try to put a link to this one. I didn't show the whole thing how I did it though, like I did this one. But you can use almost anything. As you could tell, it's a different shape. But I was still able to do it. So thank you so much. And maybe I'll come back and share some of my ring collection that I have with you guys one day. And have a beautiful one. Bye.